Wasps fly over the battlefield, Russian and Ukrainian soldiers face danger. Reasons why Ukrainian President Zelensky supports Israel. Ukraine has a suicide boat that can carry 1 ton of explosives. China is on hot alert as Japan upgrades its helicopter landing ship to an aircraft carrier. Ukraine's Union News website recently quoted a drone operator named Mykola Voroshnov as saying that at any given time, there are dozens of Ukrainian and Russian UAVs patrolling the sky over Volodar, near the intersection. The war is taking place in the eastern Donetsk region. There are so many UAVs that their flight paths overlap, causing congestion and sometimes leading to collisions. Drones also play an important role near the front lines, where Russian troops are trying to counterattack after Ukrainian forces claim to have retaken the southern village of Robotyne. According to CNN, citing an unofficial Ukrainian Telegram channel, reconnaissance UAVs from both sides are constantly monitoring all tactical actions of the enemy here. Ukraine has an initial advantage in using other drones for a myriad of purposes, including raiding Russian equipment, evacuating wounded soldiers, and attacking targets inside Russia such as bases, airports, and infrastructure. But that advantage is no longer as clear as before. According to Forbes, Russia has effectively adjusted its anti-UAV defense system and increased the number of its UAVs. Following in Ukraine's footsteps, Russia is also equipped with many types of small UAVs, including FPV drones, which cost only a few $100s but can easily attach explosives to destroy expensive equipment. However, there are signs that Ukraine may still maintain an advantage in the UAV war. In addition to donations from the community to buy more UAVs, Ukrainian forces also have support from the highest levels. This is something that Russia still lacks in some cases, such as FPV types of equipment. Ukraine is also adopting new innovations, such as unmanned boats that have attacked critical infrastructure and even Russian warships. However, UAV losses to Ukraine are huge. Head of Ukraine's Special Liaison Service, Brigadier General Yuri Shaikyhol, said the country is losing about 40 to 45 reconnaissance UAVs every day, from simple types such as Mavic and Matrice to large professional Ukrainian UAVs and foreign production. The British Royal United Services Institute, RUSI, earlier this year estimated Ukraine's UAV losses to be about 10,000 per month. Challenges and obstacles aside, both countries' growing reliance on drones throughout the conflict signals a major technological shift in modern warfare. President Zelensky affirmed his support for Israel. Ukrainian President Zelensky had a phone call with Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, expressing solidarity with Tel Aviv after the attack by Hamas. I spoke with Mr. Netanyahu to confirm Ukraine's solidarity with Israel, a country that has just suffered a large-scale shameless attack, and to express my condolences to the victims, President Volodymyr Zelensky said today. August 10 wrote on social networks, "The Prime Minister informed me about the current situation as well as the actions of the Israeli Defense Forces and law enforcement agencies to repel the attack," the Ukrainian leader added. We also discussed the impact of the attack on the security situation in the region and beyond. President Zelensky also said that diplomats are coordinating with local police to ensure the safety of Ukrainian citizens in Israel. The Ukrainian Ministry of Foreign Affairs said on the same day that 2 Ukrainian women died after fighting broke out in Israel. Both citizens have lived in Israel for a long time, Foreign Ministry spokesman Oleg Nikolenko said. Israel has always tried to maintain neutrality in relations with Russia and Ukraine since the conflict between the two countries broke out early last year. Tel Aviv has provided humanitarian aid to Kiev but not weapons support. On October 7, Palestinian Hamas forces launched thousands of rockets and conducted coordinated raids by land, paragliding, air, and sea into Israel. Hamas emphasized that the campaign stemmed from Tel Aviv's escalating attacks on Palestinians in the West Bank, Jerusalem, and in Israeli prisons. Ukraine owns a suicide boat that can carry 1 ton of explosives. Ukrainian officials announced that the country's Sea Baby unmanned boat has been upgraded, can carry 1 ton of explosives and attack targets more than 1,000 kilometers away. Spokesperson of the Security Service of Ukraine, SBU, Artem Degtyarenko said on April 14 that the SBU currently owns 2 types of suicide boats, including Sea Baby and Mamai. These are new generations of unmanned boats, which the SBU expert group continues to coordinate with other members of the security and defense forces to improve, he said. In particular, Sea Baby has been upgraded to be able to carry 1 ton of explosives and target more than 1,000 kilometers away. This means that SBU can reach targets almost anywhere in the Black Sea, Mr. Dekhtyarenko said. According to Mr. Dekhtyarenko, to date, Ukrainian suicide boats have attacked 11 Russian warships and the Crimean Bridge, connecting mainland Russia with the Crimean Peninsula. To avoid Ukrainian suicide boat attacks on the Black Sea Fleet, Russia erected barriers at the entrance to Sevastopol Bay. Russia also strengthened defenses in the port of Novorossiysk after moving part of the Black Sea Fleet to this port. China objects to Japan upgrading its helicopter landing ship into an aircraft carrier. Faced with Japan upgrading 2 helicopter landing ships into aircraft carriers, Beijing warned Tokyo not to violate the post-war peace constitution. According to YN News, last week, the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, JMSDF, completed the Phase 1 upgrade of the Kaga helicopter landing ship, to turn this warship into a true aircraft carrier. During the launch ceremony at Kure Naval Base, the Kaga landing ship appeared with a completely different deck, allowing F-35B fighters to take off and land safely. As expected, this warship will undergo the second upgrade phase in 2026 to 2027, mainly focusing on changes inside the ship's hull. Another Japanese helicopter landing ship, Izumo, is also in the process of being upgraded, but at a slower pace than Kaga. After completing the upgrade into aircraft carriers, these 2 warships can carry 12 fighters and 16 military helicopters. Both Izumo and Kaga are Izumo-class helicopter landing ships, with a length of 248 m, currently the largest warship model of the JMSDF. In fact, F-35B fighters can land vertically, but being modified into an aircraft carrier will help this aircraft operate normally like other fighters. Tokyo's move has made Beijing unhappy. China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs demands that Japan respect the provisions of its own constitution. Tokyo needs to respect the post-war constitution. Because this is both a legal guarantee and Japan's commitment to the international community in moving towards peace, said Ms. Hoa Xianon, spokeswoman for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Chinese diplomat said.